very warm welcome to Seoul in South Korea for quarterfinals day at the Victor Korea Open, the first event on the 12 tournament OSIM BWF World Superseries for 2013. There you can have the full list. Not only is this the first tournament of the year, it's the first premier Superseries event. Of course, 5 premiers throughout the year: the Korean, the All England, Indonesia, Denmark and China. And so you can see at the end of the year the Super Series finals as well. Well, not only is this the first event of the year, it's the richest event of the year. $1 million prize money on offer, and that's what the players today on quarterfinals day are battling for. Of course, the quarterfinals, 5 matches for you. We're starting with men's doubles and the exciting new pair from Korea, Hyun and Yong up against Shem and Lim Kim Hwa from Malaysia. Then we've got women's singles and Pontip Buranaprasatsuk from Thailand. She's up against Sung Ji-hyun from Korea, who of course reached the final of the women's singles in this event back in 2010. Then mixed doubles and a repeat of the Olympic bronze medal playoff match. It is of course the Danes Joachim Fischer-Nielsen and Christina Pedersen, fresh from victory at the Super Series finals, up against Toi Ahmad and Liliana Natsir from Indonesia. Then a second men's doubles, and it's the European champions against the Asian champions. Matthias Boe and Carsten Mogensen, former champions here in this event, won the Korean Open back in 2009. They're up against Kim Ki-jung and Kim Sara. And then the last of our 5 quarterfinals features the world #1, the defending champion and 2-time winner of the men's singles, Lee Chong-wei of Malaysia, up against Hyun from Hong Kong. Well, a great lineup as always in all these Super Series events, and especially Premier Super Series events. And as the players get ready to be brought on to centre stage, I'm Jill Clark, and I'm delighted to say that once again I'm joined by Jim Laugherson, former world #1 in the men's doubles. Jim, you're particularly looking forward to this match. Of course, if you were with us yesterday, you will have seen Hyun and Yong playing their second round match, and my goodness, didn't they look strong?
They look very strong, and I thought we saw yesterday developing to a better player and developing in the direction I think Liu wants this double to develop in. So
black.
It should be interesting to see if they can follow up on that today.
Black. Okay. They take black.
Yesterday they really performed.
Service.
Yeah, very much so.
Yong serve.
Of course,
who will receive?
Nearest to us is
you want here.
Hyun.
Kim Hwa will receive. Okay, please change first.
Athlete that he is. I always thought the Yong was particularly strong athlete, but when he stands next to Hyun, I mean, he looks like an ordinary athlete. Well, both of them so physically strong, and their whole style of play revolving around their physicality. But don't be deceived by that. Also very, very skilled players, especially Yong. His reading of the game at the front of the court is quite magnificent. So the Malaysians, well, I have to say, how nice it is to see them back playing together. This is their first tournament together since the Singapore Super Series event at the end of June last year. They had a bit of a falling out, didn't they? They decided that they didn't really want to be playing together. They both tried with other partners and realised that they'd be better off playing together. Well, there's Yong, the 24-year-old and former Olympic champion in the mixed doubles, of course. Bronze medal in London in the men's doubles with his partner for so many years, Jung Jae-sung. So to Hyun, 25 years of age, so a year older than his partner. Their world ranking, incidentally, up 2 places yesterday to a career high 10 in the world ranking, but I suspect it's going to go even higher than that, because of course Hyun is a former world #2 with his previous partner Yoo Young-sung, and Yong, a former world #1 with his previous partner. Well, both of their previous matches won in 2 straight games. Neither pair able to get more than 14 points in any of the games that they've played so far. Well, there's the left-hander, Lim Kim Hwa, 23 years of age, born on the beautiful island of Penang. Certainly Chong Wei was born there as well, wasn't he? Anyway, former world junior champion in the mixed doubles. Also medalist at World Junior Championships in the men's doubles. In fact, both these players were, but playing with different partners. And there you can see their win-loss record last year translated into only 8 tournaments. And as I was saying, they decided after Singapore that they wanted to go their separate ways. But it is good to see them back together again. Shem, 23 years of age, from Kuala Lumpur. Taller of the two men, 175.
Yong, your racket.
My goodness, didn't they have a battle in the first round against the qualifiers? Chogun Woo. Chogun Woo, incidentally, won the World Junior title with a certain Lee Yong Dae. Here he was playing with Kim Dae-um. 3 games there, and in the second round, an absolutely marvellous win for the Malaysians against the number 4 seeds Hiroyuki Endo and Kenichi Hawakawa. Well, we had a glimpse of our court officials there. The umpire, known around the world as Grace Chia from Singapore, and Sumiko Ito from Japan, our service judge. So this is the first time that these two pairs have played against each other. Not surprising, considering the Koreans are a relatively new partnership. They played 3 tournaments together in 2011. Won 2 of them. Not a bad start.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Lee Yong Dae, Ko Sun Hyun, Korea. And on my left, Go Shem, Lim Kim Hwa, Malaysia. Lee Yong Dae to serve to Lim Kim Hwa. Level, play.
So the number 6 seeds from Korea, Go Sun Hyun and Lee Yong Dae, far side of the court.
Service over.
As we look down,
1 love.
Go Shem and Lim Kim Hwa, Malaysians. Now, Jim, we were talking a little bit yesterday about partnerships and the fact that you don't have to be the best of friends, but as long as you have a professional attitude and you work towards a common goal, if you're the 2 best players that can team up together, then you basically have to find a way to make it work.
Yeah. You know, you often see that, you know, you have to pick the best player for you, and when you have to follow up. But when you have, for example, the Malaysian pair here who split up and maybe was feeling they were coming to a dead end in their partnership, you often see actually that when they go separate ways, you see that they actually find out that it was actually the best thing for them to be together, because they start missing some of the good things they had. Instead of when they played before, they probably focused on all the bad things. So you have to make it work as a partnership on court. Off court is a different thing.
Yeah. Well, all credit to them. I mean, they publicly stated that they were going to put their personal differences aside, and they wanted to make it work, and they wanted to make Malaysia proud. So, all credit.
That's a good start.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But I think they're gonna struggle in this match. You can always see already see in the beginning the power of the 2 Korean players. It's just, you know, we saw it yesterday with Go. He smashes. We talked about the slow shuttles. He certainly doesn't care how slow the shuttles are.
No.
It sounds like thunder when he hits it. So.
Yeah, a bit of a murmur from the crowd as that hit the floor, his side of the court. And it's because the strings in his racket broke as he was playing that smash. There's the coaches, the Malaysian coaches, Tan Kim Ho and Jeremy Yang.
Service over. 2-5.
이번 대회에서는 한국의 김기정, 정경윤 선수와 중국의 짱나,
So finds the middle, finds the opening side.
Service over.
Disappointing error on serve, and even his practice serve finds the net.
Court 2, mixed doubles match number 27 between Kyung, Korea versus Jang Han, China. Umpire Francis Yong, Thailand. Service both of them are friends, and the two line judges are in Court 2.
Service over. Okay.
Yeah,
3,
you don't
6.
make many errors like that, do you?
Good defense by the Malaysian pair, but at the same time, if we saw it again, you can see the rotation from the Koreans. See him moving out, already going to the other side to cover for the cross, but a little bit of a miss from Lee Young-dae there. So.
Kim Hyun-jin.
Thank you. Go! 4, 6.
Luck of the net cord. Of course, there was talk at one stage. There was huge debate in Malaysia about whether their top pair, Kikia Kiat and Tan Bin Hyung, whether they should be split up. And if they were going to be split up, that they would swap partners with the two Malaysians now, and they'd be mixed up
5,
that way.
6.
I think these two pairs are best if they stay together. I think that's the best combination.
Well, certainly, I think this Malaysian pair, they're only 23 years of age, both of them. Oof. Oh my goodness.
Service over.
Well,
7,
we're
5.
singing his praises about his power and his physicality. How on earth did he play that tight net shot? Touch absolutely superb. Comes off the top of the tape.
Wow.
And he plays a perfect response.
That's amazing, and that's the kind of things that Go needs to show that he can do also, instead of always showing the power. Because if this pair, Korean pair, has to have success in the doubles, he needs to be able to show
6,
that and
7.
not make misses like we just saw here, because it's going to be a weak link in the partnership. And the more he get into that, the more solid the pair would be.
Service fault call. Service over.
Service fault called.
8,
Service
6.
judge Sumiko Ito of Japan saying struck above the waist. No, looked to me as it was rushed serve, not for anything.
We've seen them call a few flick serves here in this tournament, so I think it's something that will. I think it's something that service judges have talked about, that not trying, to limit the what can you say, the advantage of the serve, the flick serve, that they have to keep the racket under the waist. So.
That's a very
Service
nice
over.
smash from
7,
Shem.
9.
Well placed.
Straight down the line.
It's funny to see a few times here Lee Young-dae has actually, the shuttle has passed him so quickly. I think that what Go has to realize is that he hits so hard sometimes that it comes so fast that when the opponents counter, it actually comes so fast that the guy at the net can't interfere with it. So he has to maybe take the pace off of his smashes sometimes to more build up instead of going for a win.
Service over. 10, 7.
Very high pace here at the beginning from both pairs. see that. That's what I spoke about. He tried the you know, kind of to take some of the pace off his shot, and he made an easy mistake there. Something he has to be better at.
Put that away with venom.
11-8 interval.
And the Koreans to the mid-game interval with a 3-point advantage. Good to see the Malaysians smiling at each other. 262. I have a feeling that might be the fastest of the tournament so far. So, just 8 minutes of play to get to the mid-game interval. Yong does have the most phenomenal record at this tournament, doesn't he? 8 times a finalist.
Court 1, 20
5
seconds.
titles, 3
Court
men's
1,
doubles,
20 seconds.
and 2 mixed doubles as well. He's only 24 years of age.
Yeah, it's
Absolute megastar in his home country.
go in the Hall of Fame at the age of 24.
Yeah.
You know, it's fantastic. And
11-8.
just be very happy that we have a guy like that, and we have many more years of his fantastic badminton play. So
yeah, as long as he stays in ball 3, let's hope. Because he's a real asset to the sport. Right idea. I suppose if I have one slight criticism of Lee Yong-dae in an area where I think he can improve, I often think he stands too far back in his defensive stance. He's so near the back of the court. He's quick enough that a lot of the time he can still get to the drop shot. But in all honesty, I think that I'd like to see him standing his ground a little bit more. I'm sure many other pairs and coaches, you as a coach, should probably say, don't say that, Jill. we need that weakness there.
yeah, oh yeah, if you took that away, then... but it is better for him also maybe to come a little bit forward, so he can, you know, he can counter in his defense some more, because he's more dangerous when he comes forward and takes the net. And if he's standing too far back, he can't really do that. But it could be that when you have a little bit of weakness in the defense, you have a tendency to go further back in court to give yourself some more time. So. Very, very good shot. Lim.
9-13.
Almost proving my point.
Yeah. Really good shot by Go. It might seem like that's an easy shot for Shem, but that drop shot comes so quickly, and you have to really control that shot. Really good shot.
Just wide.
It's over. 10-14.
I suppose there's another question mark in my own mind, Jim, about whether the Koreans, they've played so much badminton lately. Just before Christmas, they played 5 games in 7 weeks.
It's over. 15-10.
And 3 of those they won.
Yeah.
You know, if you're playing that much badminton, it's not just the amount of travel, the amount of tournaments. If you're playing each day within the tournament, all the way through the tournament. And they've obviously done it so that they can get higher on the world ranking, which they've achieved. They're up 2 places to number 10 this week. And they're obviously seeded here in this event, because prior to Christmas, they were having to qualify for some of the Super Series events.
15.
I can understand the thought process, but here we are, start of a brand new Super Series season, and I'm already concerned as to whether they're coming into the new season a little bit tired.
You know, there's for and against it. I think maybe also as a new pair, they're thinking let's get out and have a feel how it is in tournaments. As I said, it's a big difference standing in here now playing under pressure than it is in practice.
Yeah.
So maybe they also felt they needed that and then just played through the, learned how to play through the difficult times as well. That's a learning process as well. So and then of course to get rid of playing in the qualification is also vital to play less games. It's never fun, for example, for them to go into a main draw and then not being seeded and they have to play Bo and Mogensen in the first round. That's never, But I must say they look really good in this tournament. So far the matches we've seen, and here in the start they look more solid than they have. It's to be seen if they can go further in this tournament when they play some of the better pairs and get under more pressure. That's where we'll see if they have developed even more. But so far it's looked really good, and I think Go has played really well yesterday, and so far he's played really well here as well. Taking all the attack, the Korean pair, and I think the Malaysians need to kind of like counter that a little bit now, come a little bit forward on the court and maybe take the net away. Standing just down there in defense and lifting high to the Koreans is not the kind of style they're going to have success with. That's better.
Service over, 13-18.
They're looking to attack, looking to hit down at every opportunity.
See how Yong how much he covers that cross court.
Yeah.
Then they're taking the third shot away from
20.
net.
Game point, 13.
Really has been almost faultless in this opening game. 7 game point opportunities for the number 6 seeds.
Service over, 14-20.
Just long of the back line.
15-20.
2 game points have come and gone. Why on earth weren't the Malaysians playing like this a little earlier in the game?
16-20.
Putting more pressure on the service situation and a third shot there on top of that one.
Yeah.
See if they can make it a little bit more exciting here now, but at least it's something they need to take into the second set and start like that.
This time.
First game won by
Fourth opportunity.
And Yong, 21-16.
Goes Hyun and Yong take the opening game. 21-16 in 17 minutes of play. very interesting to see whether the Malaysian coaches ask for a change of tactics. I'm with you on that, Jim. I felt that, you know, too long that they were just really content to react to whatever the Koreans were doing. So the players back on court, all eager to get on with the second game. We were just talking there, Jim, about change of tactics, and I was saying that I really felt that the Malaysians were almost just reacting to whatever the Koreans were doing, and the Koreans were having full reign to dictate the tactics, and I'd love to see the Malaysians just taking a bit more initiative within the rallies.
Yeah. Especially in that side where they are now, it seems like they have a little bit of drift with them. Yeah. So it's vital to keep the attack, and they have to do that.
He's broken the strings of his racket. He's thought about dashing off court and grabbing a new racket, and decided he was going to play mixed doubles and take the ladies' role, stay at the net.
I think he thought about it, but he actually looked out, and I think it looked like he could see that it was too far out there. It's actually there's almost 2 meters out to his racket, so he would never make it. Looks like even in the, I know they're behind already, but it looks a little bit like the Malaysian has decided now that they need to try and keep the attack at all costs here. So should be interested to see if they can continue that. I think that's the way back in this match. Then again, you need to be, and that's, we spoke about this many times, a service situation. These service, you know, they had a service fault in the first one. It kind of like mentally, you know, that needs to be perfect. In men's double nowadays, or else it's too difficult. Too many easy points. Good counter shot by Lim there. See, he's quick on it. Yeah. Out to the backhand side will go, and that's difficult for him because he wants to keep the attack as well. So much better, much better.
Struck above the waist.
Yeah. See, this is you know, this is more vital, and we actually think we might think this is only this point and move on. Yeah, that's right. But the Koreans now know that twice has he been called for service fault in that one, so they kind of know that it's probably not going to be a flick serve that he uses the next time, so they can focus on returning the short serve.
Superb rally.
Service over.
Way more active than Malaysia.
Yeah.
Way more active. They gotta show they want to win this. They were way too silent in the first set, and as you said, they were just playing and letting the Koreans do whatever they wanted to do. So gotta be active and
which they
show
were
passion.
yesterday. I don't know whether you caught a glimpse of it at all when they were playing against the number 4 seeds Endo and Hawakawa of Japan. 21-13, 21-15 in just 13 to 7 minutes, and they were very active, they were very sharp, they were hunting the shuttle, which is why I was a little bit surprised by their style of the opening game.
Yeah, it's definitely not their style.
Over. 6-5.
But maybe they feel a little bit of pressure after winning yesterday. They feel that, we might have a chance, and you often see that, and then they get a little bit of a reality check in the first set, and then it's back to maybe playing the normal standard now. But
of course, this is their first ever Premier Super Series quarter-final. In the Super Series semi, that was, of course, last year in India. And that's when I got very excited about this young Malaysian pair.
there is something you can see in there. Oh, it's a good call. We have it again now. You see, if you want to compete in men's double nowadays, you can't do that. You can't have a flick service in and an easy return service out. That's 2 points. Already a 4-point difference. So difficult. You don't get any easy points. So you gotta be, you know, not being patriotic here, but that's something that Bo and Mogensen from Denmark are the best at the minute. They don't get those easy points away, and they get all the easy points. So
5-8.
It's not being patriotic. You're talking about the world #1 ranked pair.
yeah,
And there's a reason why they're the #1 ranked pair.
there is a reason why. They are the best right now. That's what I like. That's what Lim has to do. He can do that. You know, he can challenge at the net, and Go Visem he's got a not as hard as a go, but he's got a pretty big smash also. So Lim has to come forward and challenge, and he's a left-hander, so it's, you know, his angles are way different for the Korean pair. So move up and challenge.
Change.
Smart player, Yong. Uses so many variations in his shots, so it's so difficult to know where he's gonna hit at you. So
oh my goodness.
oh,
That is just phenomenal.
11-6, interval.
wow.
Crikey, O'Reilly.
Well, I'm not gonna tell him he can't do anything else than smash anymore because that is. And if he gets that in, if he gets that in his play, he's gonna be you know, very difficult to play against.
Such disguise, but we were talking yesterday about the fact that because he's got such a heavy smash, then the drop shot becomes even more effective because opponents have to stand back in their defensive stance. They have to give themselves more time to defend the fast smash. But there was such disguise. The Malaysians weren't quite back in their defensive stance, and yet they were left absolutely stranded.
Yeah. And now they have to cover the front court, which means when you hit the 270, then that's going to be even more effective. So if he can get that variation from backcourt, I think Lee and Co will be a very, very good pair to reckon with for the next couple of years.
And that really was just Lee Yong-dae's best, wasn't it? You know, good low serve, anticipates the third shot, and just plays a winner off the third shot. This is the sort of men's doubles badminton that I personally just love watching.
And you can see there on that rally, there's still some things that can improve in the Koreans. You know, they don't know all the time where they're hitting.
That's clever. Magnificent.
Fantastic rally.
Service over. 13-7.
Both pairs playing really, really well. Still feel that maybe the Malaysian can be a little bit smarter. And it's especially Lim to try and get up and challenge at the net and take the net, so they're more on offense. But it's difficult when Lee plays like he does now. You know, we saw in this rally he's not afraid of keeping the net, even though that they made a good shot up there. So.
14-7.
The Malaysian coaches deep in discussion.
See, one of the problems for Lim and Go with Shem is that, you know, they don't get that many easy points. So now that there's a gap of 6 points, and, you know, to get back from that, you need kind of 2-3 easy points where you have a good serve and maybe a good third shot and win it there. Because if it's just rallies, the Korean pair will win just as many as the Malaysians.
Oh, string's gone.
Seen a few of those last 2 days.
Yeah, virtually impossible to control the shot once the strings have gone in your racket. And players know immediately the shuttle makes a different sound coming off the strings when the strings break.
But you still try and hit it, and hope for the best.
Yeah.
It's actually, in this case, it's actually better if he just hits it hard to see if he can get it. To try and do something with a broken string is impossible. You can't control it. See, that's a good point. That's what they need.
Service over.
Put more pressure on the service.
15.
Both of the Malaysians medaling at World Junior Championships. Always suspected they could go on to do great things, and certainly if they can keep progressing, from what I've seen, the few tournaments they played last year, just 8 individual tournaments. And now here, with 16, great potential. But quite frankly, I'm not sure anybody would have got back that slice shot.
No.
Such an angle.
But look where it's almost at the service line.
Yeah.
Like that's you see, he's not even standing far back.
Yeah.
Fantastic shot again. The variation from back on Ko is he's improving in that area.
I mean, if you just watched this second game without being aware of the score, you wouldn't really necessarily associate an 8-point difference, would you?
No. They've actually played better in the second set than Malaysian than in the first set, so gotta give credit to the Korean pair as well. They are really playing well.
10, 17.
You can say they got a little bit of the same style, both these pairs, but it's just the Korean pair that are physically stronger. And Lee Yong-dae is technically a little bit smarter than, on the court, so.
Yeah.
18,
he played that interception with a broken string.
Yeah. Stringing service is going to work on overtime.
Okay.
With angle, it really is a lethal combination. Kang Hyun-jin, Korean coach, making his notes. That's interesting. He's writing right-handed, but he's a left-handed player, wasn't he? Super angle in the end from Lee Yong-dae, and just exemplifying the point that Jim Laugesen was making. Lee Yong-dae's tactical awareness superb. Look, he's seen where the weakness is, and he's placed the smash absolutely perfectly. And with it come match points. Only needed the one. 21-16, 21-10. Scoreline doesn't reflect the quality of the match, because we really did have some superb rallies. Well, the Korean fans, their idol, Lee Yong-dae, safely through to yet another semi-final here at his home event. And they did so in style. Good badminton. There, once again, confirmation. 21-16, 21-10. And that means that they've booked their place in tomorrow's semi-final. And they will play the winners of the Chinese pair of Liu Xiaolong and Chu Sihan, or the number 2 seeds Ku Kian-Kiat and Tan Boon-Hyun. Up against another youngster, Porntip Boranaprasatsuk from Thailand. Porntip, of course, the first female player from Thailand to win a Super Series singles title. That, of course, was the India Super Series event of 2011. And of course, so much media attention surrounds Ratchanok Intanon. But let me assure you, Porntip Boranaprasatsuk is a huge talent and a player to watch, not only in the future, but right now. Of course, after the women's singles, we'll have mixed doubles and that repeat of the Olympic bronze medal playoff match. Then we'll have a second men's doubles featuring the world #1s, Matthias Bo and Carsten Mogensen. They're the European champions. They'll be playing against the Asian champions, Khim and Khim. And then our last match this afternoon features the world #1 men's singles and the defending champion of course, Lee Chong-wei, against a very much in-form Hyun of Hong Kong.
일번 코트에서는 태국의 버라나프라설트석 폰팁 선수와 한국의 성지연 선수의 여자 단식 경기가 있겠습니다. 주심은 일본의 스미코 씨, 부심은 뉴질랜드의 트위시 겁씨, 선심은 기조